Ever since he burst onto the scene at Sporting Lisbon, the world has been told a story about Cristiano Ronaldo. The narrative is clear: incredible talent, unmatched work ethic, a physical specimen, a winner. And that story is true. But it's not the whole story. What if the very things we're told to admire are part of a deeper, more calculated reality? What if the drive we see hides a cost that's never discussed? The media, the pundits, even his own brand, they all push the same legend. Today, we're going behind the curtain. This is what they're not telling you about Cristiano Ronaldo. They tell you about his discipline. They show you the gym sessions, the strict diet, the cryotherapy. What they don't tell you is the profound isolation this level of obsession creates. Think about it. For over 2 decades, Ronaldo has lived a life of extreme control. While other players bonded over meals, he ate his boiled chicken and salad alone. While teams celebrated with a drink, he was already planning his recovery. This isn't just dedication, it's a self-imposed exile. This created a distance, not just from teammates, but from the normal human experience of a football career. The friendships like Messi has with Aguero or Neymar, the camaraderie. Ronaldo traded that for peak performance. He became a corporation of one, a CEO of his own body. The cost? A certain loneliness that's woven into the fabric of his greatness. They sell you the result, but they never show you the price of the ticket. They tell you he's motivated by doubt, that he uses criticism as fuel. But there's a more nuanced truth they ignore. Ronaldo has masterfully cultivated a narrative of being underappreciated. Every Ballon d'Or loss, every critique, every manager who tried to bench him, he's framed it as a personal slight, as the world being against him. This isn't an accident, it's a psychological strategy. By positioning himself as a perpetual victim of injustice, he creates an endless source of rage to power his engine. They don't tell you that this us against the world mentality, while powerful for him, often destabilizes the collective us. It can make him a difficult figure for managers who need to manage a group, not just a legend. It frames teammates as either allies in his battle or part of the background. This victimhood isn't weakness, it's a calculated tool. And it's one of the most powerful and misunderstood weapons in his arsenal. This is the biggest thing they're hiding in plain sight. The CR7 brand had to become immortal, even as the footballer, Cristiano Ronaldo, faced mortal reality. The brand is about power, success, and timeless excellence. So, when his physical attributes, the explosive pace, the endless stamina, began their inevitable, natural decline, the narrative couldn't change. He adapted by becoming the ultimate penalty box predator, sacrificing link-up play and defensive work. But the brand's message remained. He's still the best. He defies time. They don't tell you that this created a massive tension at his later clubs. Systems had to be built around accommodating a declining superstar because the brand power was too big to bench. They sold you the myth of agelessness, while carefully steering the conversation away from the tactical compromises it required. The player evolved, but the brand's story couldn't afford to. They constantly talk about his lust for trophies and desire to be the best. What they quietly avoid is the specific, all-consuming nature of his rivalry. It's not just a drive to win. It's a deep-seated anxiety about being second. Every single career decision in his later years, the move to Juventus, the return to United, the move to Al Nassr, can be viewed through the lens of his battle for legacy against Lionel Messi. They don't tell you that his quest for the most goals, the most international goals, the most goals in different leagues is a direct, quantified response to Messi's more artistic, playmaking genius. Ronaldo chose a legacy that could be measured in stats and trophies because it could be definitively argued. This anxiety shaped his entire career trajectory post-Real Madrid. They frame it as ambition, and it is. But it's also a relentless, often turbulent, pursuit of a validation that one trophy or one goal record could never fully satisfy. So, what are they not telling you about Cristiano Ronaldo? They're not telling you that the machine is also a deeply lonely man, that the relentless winner is driven by a manufactured grievance, that the timeless brand masked a mortal athlete's decline, and that the legendary career has been shadowed by the anxiety of a single comparison. He is not just the highlights. He is the contradiction, the isolation and the glory, the victimhood and the dominance, the man and the brand, forever at war. And that, That is the untold story of Cristiano Ronaldo.